Guys, it's Peter Rail 8748 back at ya. Finally, the day has come where the how to rock mold video using aluminum foil is coming at you guys. It'll be up shortly. That's part one, and part two will be coming up in the not too distant future as well. So everybody that's been waiting for this video, it's finally here, and I'll be back with you in a second. Some of the materials you will need is a mixing bucket for your plaster. I use plaster of Paris, but you could use any type of plaster you want, Sculptamold, gypsum, anything you like. Some basic tools. I use a toothbrush, dental pick, chisel tipped X-Acto knife, a nice wider paintbrush just to clean up some of your rock work, and painter's little travel spatula for fine detailing of adding plaster to your rock molds, and of course heavy duty aluminum foil to do your rock molds. So when I come back, I will show you how to make the molds and place them on your layout, and add some more detail to them. Alright guys, now that I'm back, what you do, you just make little squares or larger squares of aluminum foil just to kind of eye out what section of terrain you're going to be making rock molds for. Then what you do is you proceed to crinkle it up, keeping each of the facets to your scale. Whether you're doing O scale, you want to make them bigger. If you're doing HO scale, a bit smaller. And if you're doing N scale like I am, a little bit more smaller than that. Then once you kind of got the feel you want, you make edges for your mold. And what I like to do as well is crinkle in and pull out to do some kind of fissures in the rock work as well. I'm going to make a couple of quick rock molds here. Again, you just want to make kind of natural look of how rocks would naturally form. Now, since I'm making large mountainsides and mountains, you have a little more liberty to play around with and experiment. Again, this is not going to look as prototypical as a real rock mold, but if you're modeling on a budget like I am, you're going to get great results if you've been following my updates from this method. You could also pinch a little bit in again. Just to make it look a little bit. So what natural. I do, consistency of batter, and I just pour it in here into the molds. Spread it out. This one had a little bit too much. I'm going to take it out and just put it to this one here. Good thing with a heavy duty aluminum foil as well, you don't have to pre-treat it with like a wet water solution or anything else to kind of have it release from your mold. You're just going to pull the aluminum off once the rock mold set. So you're just going to let the rock mold set a little bit for a couple minutes, And then when I come back, I'll show you how to place them on your layout. So I'll be right back. So what you want to do to place your rock molds on your scenery, what you want to do is take some water. I'll use a foam brush. I forgot these other tools, a foam brush and a little water container. And you wet your current plaster work. This will prevent all the moisture to leave your mold really, really quickly. And it'll give you more bond to your terrain work. What I also did is I used tape to tape up regular painter's tape or masking tape to mask my track so I don't get my track dirty. So once you've pre-wetted your track, you place the molds on. And all you do is push the mold in, work your fingers to kind of spread it out a little more and get that rocky terrain. If your mold cracks, don't worry about it, we're going to give it a more natural look. Again, pinch it in, play with it. That's a great thing with aluminum foil. Gives you that nice look. And I'm going to add some more wet water on top. You could also peel back the mold a little bit if you're going to add another mold like I am to the top here. And again, you can't go wrong with water. The more the better. And then just place the mold on your layout. So when you're done, you have something like this. So you can kind of get a precursor of how your terrain is going to look like. And then what you do after is wait a few minutes, and it just gives us some time for the plaster to adhere to your existing plaster. So I will come back once I'm ready to pull those off. So once you can kind of see a little bit of what your terrain is going to look like once you pull off your plaster. So I'll be back in a few to show you how that's going to look. Alright guys, so this is going to be just a little bit of a clarification for you guys more up close, because when I filmed, the camera didn't pick it up too well. This is what I mean about creating fissures and voids in your mold. So you not only do you crunch it up to give you a nice rock facade, but what you also want to do is pinch it in a couple of places just to create natural fissures. If you're going for layered rock, a lot of rock with strata, cleaved rock, so and you just pull it apart after that, so you get a nice kind of. Alright guys, after you gave a few minutes for the mold to set and bond to the scenery, you just want to pull the aluminum foil off to expose your rockwork. So as you can see, you get some nice facades from it, some nice natural cracking. I'll show you later how to fill that in as well if the cracks are way too big, and later on I will show you how to add some more detail into the castings. But as you can see, once you pinch, you get these nice fissures and facades in your rockwork. Again, it's not going to be 100% prototypical, but as you can see, definitely looks like a mountain terrain and quite inexpensive to do. Again, you will see some spaces, some gaps. I will show you how to fill that in, and then again later on when I come back to doing this how-to video, I will show you how to make some of these fissures here more pronounced, do some more chiseling, do some more weathering. One little technique I'm going to show you guys in a moment while the plaster is a little bit wet, especially on spots like this where you have less facades, more of a flat stone look. If you want to make it look weathered, you take a toothbrush and you speckle the surface slightly to kind of give it a more weather, wind-worn effect by the rock naturally flaking and chipping in on the surface in in a very small, minute manner. So I'll be right back in a minute to show you that. So what you do with the brush is you just stipple the surface slightly, like this. So what I usually use is a medium grade toothbrush, so it's not the soft or hard, it's about a medium bristle. And again, if you look really closely, it gives you that kind of light speckled pattern to it. So again, it just looks like the rock is cleaving through wind and rain and just slowly eroding due to elements. So I just do that on the more open facades to kind of give it that more natural look on that there. You're going to notice that with your rock molds, you're going to have loose pieces like this not adhering to terrain. What you're going to do is you take your dental pick or your chisel tip X-Acto knife and you chip that away. And again, when I come back to this how-to video to finish it off, I will show you guys how to add some more detail to it. You can do it in two ways. You can do the detail work while the plaster is drying if you want heavier, more heavier chipping effect, more deeper chips. It's a lot easier to chip the plaster while it's almost hard but not fully hard. And then you can also chip away at it and scratch away at it when it's nice and hard to kind of give you that more natural flaking as well. I'll see you guys in a bit.